Good morning, all of you. There happened to be a small confusion because what the team had shared is a presenter link. That is, I'm the presenter. So kindly log out from the presenter link, and they have provided you with the participant link actually. So please, that was a small error actually because the URL seemed to be very confusing. That's why.
The ID with every single person now.
Uh, Hello. Hello, Aman. Can you hear me? That is a slight confusion in the morning. Uh, I just want to know whether you can hear me properly. Yeah, Aditya. Uh, yes, thank you so much. Um, I had a small confusion here because what happened. We tried to put the link. I don't have any link, but you're already in. Aditya, I think you are already in the webinar. If you can see me and hear me, it means it's working for you. Yeah, Abhishek, yeah. Because I'm the presenter over here and I've given access to two other of my colleagues. So what happened is like, there is a slight change in the URL, but, we shared it, wrongly. So let's start today's webinar, and today's topic, as you all know, is study management. Study management in Europe. That's the topic. Yeah, I think most of you can hear me properly. So let's start the topic. Why study management program in Europe? See, before explaining that, let's have a small idea about what is management. See how this particular. Yeah, I think I think I'm loud and clear, but I don't know what's happening. Voice is breaking. Somebody said. Yeah, Prabhat. Okay. Again, see, team, kindly share the link to our partner Prabhat as well, because he's trying to log in through the presenter link. Uh, Aditya, my point is, you are inside the webinar, which means you can hear me, right? Yeah. So, what is management, and what is management in how management in Europe works? This is my topic all about. See, you just think about a decade back, when I was actually studying, maybe we all used to encourage our kids, our own kids, as well as our friends, they all were in a race to take up the courses like engineering, like medicine. These were the most prominent courses during that time, if I would say, because we always used to insist, even our kids, as well as anyone, those who are very close to us or our relatives, that let's please look for options like what do you want to study. So every kid was implanted with that idea and mindset that okay, after finishing my 10th standard, I should choose the subject science so that I can get into engineering or I can get into medicine. That was the only mindset that people had a few years back. And before the topic, one slight break I want to give, that is like 1 minute. My dear friends, last in my last webinar, I was actually trying to give you an idea about the new educational update, or the Modi government's new business policy. See, the very first draft was actually sent it across to us. In that, it was clearly said that there is no board exams, etc., like that. But on basis of that, I really what I did is like I presented the topic last for my last webinar. In that, I said that there is going to be 11 years of studies, that is 5 plus 3 plus 3, and then after that, finally you are going into you are straight away going into the degree program. But I pulled out the report from the Ministry of Education website, which was officially declared. In that, as there is a small change from what I have said, that the only change is there will be still still to up to 12th standard, it will be there, but remaining everything what I said is absolutely right. That means after finishing your 1 year program during your bachelor's degree, you will get a basic degree certificate. After 2 years, you will be getting a diploma certificate, and after 3 years, you will be getting a degree certificate, and after 4 years, you are getting an advanced degree certificate. So there is everything is same except only one thing, that in India still the 12 years of study is there, but they have divided into cluster wise. So there will be cluster like first standard to fifth standard, sixth to eighth standard, eighth to ninth, 10th and 11th, 12th, like that. There are clusters, and there will be more occasional training focusing on that. So this is all about the education system which I was focusing, which I was giving you an highlight. So I wanted to correct that because of the update that we received after it. So again, see, coming back to the point, that is management, as I was telling you previously, parents used to insist their kids to choose, 1 minute, getting disturbance. Want to switch off the notification because it's just coming up and disturbing in between. So yeah, again, my dear friends, I'm just coming to the point. So what nowadays, management had become a very prominent subject, and it is gaining its importance more than engineering, more than medicine and any other courses, because of various reasons. What is actually management studies? Management studies means it is actually a quality of leadership that is being built in a particular individual. That is simple meaning of management studies. So it is essentially how to manage people effectively and to process them. That is all about business and management. If one day, if you really want to become a leader, or if you really want to run a business entity, you really need to understand the market scenario. And that's how management studies have gained its prominence. Let me tell you a couple of examples. There are many of our partners, partners of Europe Study Center, who have joined hands with us, because they are in different fields. Some of them were engineers. Even we have doctors actually as partners. you know at the end of the day, they really think about, okay, I'm a doctor, or I'm an engineer, or I'm in any para legal, or any other profession, but why can't I have my own business? See, at the end of the day, you're working for someone. And then people started to think, okay, let me have my own entity, my own business. That's how they think, to come out from that shell, come out from that comfort zone, or come out from that a bond of employer employee relationship, and they start their own entity, their own business. See, for example, we had sent a student 2 years back in Sweden, that is in John Coping University. Sweden is a country which gives immense opportunities for students if they come up with any startup ideas. For example, if they really want to actually build they have a concept inside their mind, and the concept is really challenging, and it is completely different from any other people, or they want to start their own business. The government and the university is helping those ideas to fund them with starting up the business. Like that, almost 2 years back, we had sent a student. His name is Prince. Officially I'm saying it because this particular guy had finished his management studies in John Coping, and right now he's running his own company, his own small scale industry or a business in Sweden, and he had settled down there. So that's what I said. The country, the university is giving more opportunities for kids like that. So every single person, they are thinking to have their own individuality, their own identity, by building up a business. And that's why management studies and business schools had gained its importance in the past couple of years. Hey, if you take, every single person will have their own online, some online businesses. See, my own cousin, she's having an online business actually now, right now. Although she's working in a company, in a firm, but on a part-time basis, actually she is investing more on her own business. This is how people are thinking. So management had gained its own importance. See, one of the pioneers of the of in the management field, Mr. P.W. Taylor had said once that management is the art of knowing what to do and seeing that it is done in the best possible manner. So there are four characteristics of management. One is like planning and organizing, then leading and controlling. These are the four important pillars of management. And how do you actually build these qualities? In order to build these qualities, you have to pursue your education in management, either from one of the best countries in the world, or from one of the best universities in the world. That is the reason why I had put this particular topic, that is management, in front of you, to educate you, as well as you educating your partners or your students and parents. See, management, let's take the top business schools in the world. And according to the times, financial times, according to QS ranking, and times higher education ranking, US still stands as one of the top country in the world for business studies. And the second one is Australia. See, recently in 2019, UNESCO, that United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, had listed France as the third best country in the world for management studies. Is there a reason for that? Definitely, because if you want to pursue any management studies in any universities, there should be a point which these students should focus on, that whether the university is providing an internship opportunities for you. Only through an internship opportunity the student will get access to the employers in the market, and only through that they will get an opportunity to work in one of the big multinational firms. So in that ranking, French business schools are giving n number of internship opportunities for the students. Then why can't you actually choose France as the best study destination for doing your management studies? See, I will give you some important information. See, according to the Financial Times or Forbes International, again, France, there is a school. France is the best country in the world to study finance. Okay, that's what I'm going to talk about. You know that when you take that when you take about management studies, what all are including in management studies? Management studies include finance, economics, hospitality, tourism, logistics, fashion, supply chain, risk management. There are many bifurcations inside the studies of management. Among that, I really want to emphasize on one particular topic right now, that is finance. Which is the best country in the world to study management in finance? There is no doubt it is France, because I will explain you. See, before Brexit, that is, before UK had withdrawn its membership from the European Union, UK was considered as the best or one of the top financial hub of all the companies in the world. But after the exit of UK, now France is considered as one of the best financial hub in the world, because the country is having more than 150,000 financial banking sectors, and one of the largest banks in the world are located inside France. See, see, I will give you an example. In 2020, as in the world financial ranking schools, HEC Paris, that is a French school, is considered as one of the top ranking. I mean to say, one of the top ranking in the world for finance. And you will be wondering, this particular HEC France had beaten Massachusetts University of Technology and Imperial University, as well as University of Oxford, one of the three top universities in the world for finance, had been beaten by HEC France in 2020. And do you know what is actually the reason? You might have heard about MIT, that is Massachusetts Institute of Technology. They're the top in the world. Every guy's dream is to get into that university. Can you imagine a university in France had beaten that university for finance, for financial studies? This is what I want to actually emphasize on. That is, the reason is simple. As I told you, the largest banking sectors are right now located in France. And second important criteria is, look out the graduates, those who are passing out from this university, whether these graduates are getting employments. That is the second criteria. You take the report of HEC Paris, 96 percentage of graduates from these universities are placed in top industrial sectors. So this is the simple reason why France is considered as the best study destination for business studies. Again, you are right in the middle of European Union. According to IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, this particular organization is an independent organization. According to their ranking, according to their ranking, France, Spain, Germany, and Italy are the countries which had, an increased rate of GDP growth in their economy. These are like, jumping high in the world market. So, studying finance in France means you will have a much better chance of securing jobs in one of the top consultancy companies and multinational companies and firms or European bank such as BNP, Society General, GP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Unilever, and Capgemini. These are the top multinational firms and consulting company in the world, and you are getting access to these countries. See, that's what I said. The best way to evaluate, absolutely. Again, Mahendra had put a university called EDC Business School. Yes, they are also the best actually. When it comes to Ranchna, I think she's trying to log in. Team, kindly send her the link of participant. She's trying to log in through the presenter link. So I'm trying to log her out. Please, team, help her. So the best way to evaluate a university is what career that university is offering to you. See, these universe. Let me just tell you. Whenever I talk about my presentations, you will be seeing that there are in European Union, especially in European Union, majority of the universities are funded by the industries as well as the country itself. I'm talking about the European Union as well as the industries are putting more efforts into the university, or they are setting up the curriculum of the university. One such example I will give you, that is HEC France. You won't believe. 1 minute. Yeah. See, Accenture, Goldman, JP Morgan, Society Generale, as well as Capgemini. These are the industries which is which had contributed to the syllabus and course structure of HEC Paris. I'm talking about this business school because this is the top in the finance. That's what I'm giving you this example. These companies had given their input into the curriculums of this particular business school. Because of that, 96 percentage of the graduates are getting employment into these companies because they are studying really what these companies wanted from them. So this is why I always used to say that only in European Union you will be seeing that the industries are formulating or customizing the modules according to their needs. So I had given enough examples of why European, France is considered as the third best country in the world for business studies. And now let's come into the cost part. I would like to say that let's take London, accommodation. Well, let's take it. I'm comparing it with UK. When you compare with UK, let's take accommodation. See, when it comes to accommodation is in London can be notoriously expensive. That's what the term I would like to use, because those who had gone to London, and even those who are staying a little bit far from the city center, for a month they will be paying more than £1,000 for a one bedroom apartment. You can imagine, if you really want to study in a UK, you have to bear this cost. And compared to actually the ranking, the viability with the employers and the exposure that you get, you are in a disadvantaged position compared to the European Union schools. Let's take France. See, France is the only country in Europe, the whole European continent, only country in whole European continent that is offering housing benefits for the students, which means it is known as CAF. I will give you the details of this through my colleagues. They can reach you through CAF. CAF is a special provision available to the international students where 70 percentage of their housing expenses are met by the government of France. So, and I don't have to tell you, France is considered as the top 10 country in the world for best healthcare services. So based upon all these reasons, it is absolutely a different league. The French schools are different in leagues. And again, most of our business schools are triple crowned or triple accredited universities. See, triple accredited universities, like there are three accreditations or three bodies which gives accreditations to the university based upon their infrastructure, based upon their exposure, or the exposure that they give the students to the employers, and the career opportunities, and the number of graduates, those who are getting placement. Based upon that, these three accreditations are given, that is ASAP, equis, AMBA. These are the three accredited universities. More than 60 percentage of business schools in the European Union are triple crowned universities. I will give you another example. Have you heard about a university called Kosminski University? The university is in Poland. Okay, that's another example. Kosminski University is considered as world's 17th best ranking university in finance and accounting. The former alumni of this particular universities are the former CEOs of KPMG auditing company, one of the largest financial planners of in the world. They are the financial planners of BMW. Recently they had a contract with the largest automobile manufacturing company, that is BMW. So this university, again I will insist you, the university syllabus, okay, KPMG and Standard company. I think I have an internet issue. That's why my voice is breaking. So so again, I'm coming to the point. See, Kosminski University's syllabus. Kosminski University's 1 minute. It's stable. Let's see. The Kosminski University syllabus is designed by the four best and top ranking banks in the world. You know about Citibank. Citibank Europe. Citibank is the very first bank in the world that introduced Just give me 1 second. Hello. Can you hear me now? There is a small, problem with the internet. That's why. Again, the Kosminski University is the Kosminski University, which I am talking about. This university syllabus is designed or constructed by four multinational firms. One is the Citibank, the Accenture, the KPMG, and Standard Investment Bank. I don't have to explain you much about Citibank, because uh, those who are listening to me, if you have a credit card with you, the origin of this credit card comes not from HDFC or ICICI or Axis. The concept of credit card had been introduced by the Citibank. And that Canada is a country which doesn't have any industries apart from the oil sector. But Canada's major source of income is from the financial services, and the very first thing that they did is the Citibank. And the Citibank had introduced the credit card system. Because of that, the country's GDP and income had grown so much. So this is a simple general knowledge I would like to say. So again, coming to the points that I was referring to you, I had given you an important management school for finance from France, and second one I had said it is from Kosminski University, Poland. And coming to the third one, which is in Slovenia. What is Slovenia? So what is Slovenia doing here? That might be some of your question. I will tell you. Slovenia is the very first country, okay, very first, number one in the world, for getting the title of green country in the world. Have you heard about it? If you don't have the idea about it, just go and do a Google search. You will find the very first ranking country in the world, total world, out of 196 countries. Slovenia stands first for being the green country, because Slovenia reached a record of 96 percentage level of compliance with the required sustainability criteria, and according to the comprehensive assumed by the international organization, green destination. Okay, according to the best green destination in the world, Slovenia stands first. And guys, we are having a university. There are only three public universities in Slovenia, that is University of Ljubljana, University of Maribor, and University of Primorsko. We are the direct representatives of University of Maribor. And which course we are focusing on? We are focusing on hospitality and tourism. Why hospitality and tourism? Because if you want to really study hospitality and tourism, you should study in a country which is ranking one for green world. Where else you will study this hospitality and tourism? Where else you will actually get an exposure like this? You just go 200 miles away from there to Switzerland, 5 hours journey from Slovenia. You can study hospitality or tourism over there, because you all know that when it comes to tourism, Switzerland is the best country in the world. There is no doubt in that. But if you really want to study there, you have to spend 26,000 euros. 26,000 euros, roughly, I don't have a calculator, but let me just tell you. If you take 26,000 euros, it is, according to today's INR rate, it is 23 lakhs rupees. Just, tuition fees. Forget about the living costs, the food, accommodation, travel, everything. But just the living tuition fees I'm talking about. But, my dear friends, you are studying the same program for 3,000 euros. You won't believe, 3,000 euros. That means 2,60,000 rupees. You're spending just 3,60,000 rupees in one of the best country in the world for hospitality and tourism, because they focus about sustainable development. They focus about how they can improve tourism with in par with the environment, to safeguard the environment, how they can increase the tourism, and how they relate that to the hotel management programs. So that is the reason why I am telling you, when it comes to business management or business studies, European Union universities and countries are the best in the world. See, I think I had given, this is all about what, you know, yeah, Aditya is asking about, engineering. I had been talking about the engineering in the previous webinars. Otherwise, I will definitely come into engineering and medical programs in the next coming webinars. But let me just focus on the management part right now. See, I'm coming to the next school, that is ISM, which is in Lithuania. In Lithuania, ISM is founded by best business school in the world, that is B1, BI Norwegian Business School, which is 37th in the world ranking, for management studies. The ISM University Lithuania is actually how, yeah, that's a good question. My dear friends, please answer Pradeep Rana, because Pradeep, the still intake is going on. It is October intake. The intake is open. They have very minimal requirements. They have very minimal eligibility criteria. So, and also one more thing I would like to tell you: if you are entering into Slovenia, you are considered as a legal resident, which means if you are studying for 3 years bachelor's studies, after 3 years, if you stay there for 2 more years, for totally 5 years, if you are legally staying there, let it be a student. If you are a student or whatever it is, if you are staying there 5 years continuously, you are getting a PR. This is also very vital information, because I'm not promoting permanent residence or the citizenship, anything. I'm focusing on the studies part, but I'm telling you, it is an added advantage for the kids, those who really want to settle down with a job in these countries. They can take up this course, but after finishing the course, normally all the other countries, you have to stay there 5 years actually. So apart from studies won't be calculated, but I'm saying studies will be calculated during your during your course in Slovenia. And again, coming to the fourth country, the fourth university I'm talking about, that is ISM. What do you mean by ISM? Is actually a business school in Lithuania, which is founded by Kaunas Technical University, one of the top university in Europe, along with BI Norwegian School. You just go through the website of BI Norwegian Business School. It is 37th in the world. So you are studying this program just for 3,000 euros here. When you study this particular program for 3,000 euros, you are getting a double degree. So double degree means you are getting a degree both from ISM Lithuania and a degree from BI Norwegian Business School. So where do you get this double degree from? If you really want to study in BI with Norwegian Business School, the fee structure is high. It is more than 10,000 euros, which will be more than 8 lakh, 9 lakh rupees. So, we have immense opportunities, options for all of us, for the students. So please, contact our team, get all the knowledge out from us. This is all about sharing the knowledge, because what we have learned, what we have received so far, is what we are cascading it to all of you. So once again, I'm very thankful to all of you, because my management topic never ends here. Yes, ISM. ISM is focusing on both bachelor's as well as master's program. See, when it comes to both master's as well as bachelor's program, we are focusing on business studies, finance, marketing, risk management. All programs are available in ISM, and intake is still open. That's what I mean to say. There are two intakes. One is Jan Feb intake, and the other one is September intake and October intake. So September, October intake is still going on. So you are getting a dual degree, you are getting a double degree, you are getting a placement opportunity. They are providing you even compulsory internship opportunities. There are 3 to 6 months internship opportunities available for the kids. From there they are getting directly into these see they are getting a direct access to the employments, or to the employees. If fees for 1 year is just it comes, you also get scholarship. You also get 10% scholarship. After that, the fees will be around 4,500 euros or 5,000 euros. Yeah, I'll be sharing the details, I will be sharing the numbers. And then, thank you so much once again, my dear team. It's almost 40 minutes. I don't want to actually make you more and more see in this slide itself. Capgemini, I had pointed out, Radstad and Accenture, everything is there, which is having a tie-up with the universities I have talked about. So please take your time, and then contact our colleagues. Let's have a very wonderful day, coming days. Be safe. And one more important information I got it: New Zealand for the past 1 or 2 days, New Zealand for the past 102 days, there was no COVID reported. But yesterday, unfortunately, there are 4 cases, which only 4 cases for the total country. But you know what the Prime Minister had done? She had locked down the entire country, because that is how these countries like France, Sweden, Finland, as well as New Zealand had curbed the growth rate of COVID by shutting down the entire country. But this was just for 4 people. So I mean to say that be safe. And thank you so much for coming. And in the beginning there was some confusion, but still, you all had the patience to listen to me and again log in. So thank you all. We will all meet again. Thank you.